YouTubers, Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel. Wow, finally, they write an article about what I've been talking on my channel for the last 5, 6, 7 years. November 11, 2017. It's about time. Someone sent me this. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'll leave a link below to my Instagram account if you want to follow me and send me messages on there. I always reply there. My Facebook fan page is in Portuguese, and it replies in Portuguese, and everyone freaks out when they get a reply in Portuguese. But anyways, this is what I've been talking about, people. Boomers, Gen X. Not Generation X with Billy Idol, Gen X. Millennials. How living costs compare then and now. It's a very long article. I'm going to leave a link below also for this article. It's a very well-written article. And it's a good video, too. Amy Clausen wonders whether her kids will ever enjoy a life like the one she had growing up in Metro Vancouver. So this is, guys, this is why I left Vancouver, because I realized that my kids will not be raised in Canada proper, the same Canada I was raised in when I was a kid, when we came from Portugal, and I want my kids to experience that. So let's continue. It's a thought that weighs on the 38-year-old drama teacher and mother of 2 while she spends maternity leave in her new home, a ferry ride away from Victoria. Clausen remembers a childhood in a single-family home with a yard, making many friends over the years. But when she became an adult, a condo renting at $2,400 per month was all her family could afford. After relocating to Victoria in September, the couple started saving as much as $600 a month in rent for a 3-bedroom home. There, she's found a vibrant community with young families and kids all about. We notice so many more families with younger children. Exactly. So this is very right. Very spot on. Because when I moved to Merritt, when I sent my son to play school, because he turned 3, oh my God, the amount of young families in this town is phenomenal. In Victoria compared to Vancouver, Clausen told Global News. Stories like Clausen's are common. Fair in Canada's 2 red-hot housing markets, Vancouver and Toronto. They are a part of the narrative that's feeding the precipitation that today's young people have in tougher than previous generations did their age. But does Canada have a generation inequality issue? Global News put that theory to the test, climbing through the numbers. So this goes back into the 1970s when things were just like my stories I tell you guys. And I'm going to leave a link below for you guys. This is really long, but I don't want to cut anything off this. I just want this, for you guys to kind of take a really good look at what this is about then and now. And student loans, student loans were unheard of at the time because you'd have your house paid off in 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? And this goes back to what I'm talking about, people. You'd have your house back in the day when the immigrant would come with a bag over his shoulders and a wife and 2 kids and a nickel in his pocket and work hard, pay off their house in a few years, take vacations every year, put their kids through school, buy their kids' first home, pay for every kid's wedding, big weddings. Things have changed. It's become to a point where it's almost where people are putting up their hands and just kind of giving up, which is not a good thing. But when the prices, when the cost of and the price of living don't match your standard of living, it's not fair. And that's why I left. Watch my Living the Dream series on my channel. I left the city because the cost of living was just beyond. And the same thing with this lady here. And this is a very good article. I'll leave a link below. It's really well written. It's got really good videos and graphs and a good explanation on why do things change so much? Why? Because of cheap money. The cost of borrowing went down. People went nuts. See, if rates stayed around 5.5, maybe 6%, the price of housing would still be within an affordable range today for most people. When you're hearing or reading articles about 6-figure income people can't even afford to live in these cities, you're in a lot of trouble. And when I was reading in my Trends in the Housing Market, the article about what's happening in Sydney and cities like Sydney and Melbourne, where they have to build housing just for police officers, doctors, physicians, because they can't afford to live in their own city. So this is how bad it's getting, folks. Anyways, comment below. I'll leave a link. Read the article. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching.